fuck. Hi guys, welcome back. Today I'm eating a Big Mac. I woke up at like 8 o'clock roughly this morning and I was craving a Big Mac. I really was about to go out and get a Big Mac at like 8 o'clock this morning, but that's disgusting, right? So I figured I'd wait till the afternoon. Someone asked me to speak about living in New York, and today's the perfect time to do that because I got a call from a management company. Now, this management company actually manages the building that I live in, and I applied for a building in Long Island City that's in Queens, here in Queens, and they have affordable apartments. So they called me from the management company, and I thought it was about my apartment here because it has the name, and they're like, oh no, we're calling about the building that you applied for. So she tells me that they have a studio available. Have Rant sauce. They have a studio available for like $7 and change, and the income has to be between $25,000 and $30,000, and that's the maximum amount you can make. Now, every affordable housing building, they call them 80/20s. So 80% will be market price, 20% is affordable housing. They're not easy to find, like they're not all around, they're like pretty rare, but when they do have them, that's what it is. So keep in mind that each building is different. Each building has different income requirements. So let's say some are lower than others, some are like super high. Let's say for one of them in Queens, it'll be for a studio you can't make over $30,000. But if another one in the Bronx opens up, for a studio you can make up to $60,000. It really depends. But here's the thing, like you cannot make more. I mean, like not even $1 more, not $200, not $50, not 1 penny more than the maximum amount. So if you make $30,000, let's say you make $31,000 a year, you won't qualify. Nope. Sorry, you make over the amount, you don't qualify. So if you don't know, $30,000 equals to a little over $14 an hour, which here in New York is not enough to make a good living. My burger is just falling apart. Oh, because I asked them to put extra sauce. I have sauce all over my hands. Yummy. Extra sauce and extra cheese, and it's sliding all over the place. Oh my god. I know I said I don't like McDonald's, but the Big Mac, so good. So yeah, back to the apartment. $14 an hour. You have to pay rent, electricity, food, transportation, utilities. All these things add up, and it's like, how in the fuck are you supposed to do all this and still have money to live comfortably? And I don't mean live lavishly, no, just comfortably. So, you know, whatever. I didn't want a studio. I actually wanted 1 bedroom, so I told her to keep me on the list. But gross. just so you get an idea of the struggle living here. So let me give you some other numbers. You have housing, right? You have the projects, which shouldn't be a goal for anybody to live in, but if you have to apply, it goes by your income, so they take 30% of your income. That's for housing. And Section 8. Section 8, Section 8 is not the project. The housing project is separate. It's both government funding. So they have projects, they have some buildings that have Section 8. They have Section 8 with a voucher. Those are closed. You cannot apply for those. You can, however, get a Section 8 apartment. So that means you can live in the apartment. They take 30% of your income. But if you leave, you lose your Section 8 because the apartment was Section 8. Now, moving up to market value. I'm going to speak about Queens because that's what I know. I'm not going to talk about Manhattan. They really put like a ton of sauce on this. Oh my god. I'm in the bathroom later. In Queens, the rent is sky high, obviously, and a 1-bedroom goes from anywhere between, I want to say, $1,500 and up. You're lucky if you find a 1-bedroom for $1,500 or lower. It's that expensive, and I'm not exaggerating. Go on Craigslist and look. They're building luxury buildings around. Studios to buy are like $300,000. It's crazy. Let's say you need a 3-bedroom apartment. Let's just say for shits and giggles, you're probably paying $3,000, maybe more. It's outrageous. I've seen 1-bedrooms, small 1-bedrooms, for like $1,800. It's crazy. I don't even want to know how much rent is in the city because you have to be rich to freaking live there. So I'm sure like if you go to the Bronx or like bad parts of Brooklyn and shit, you can find like cheap apartments. But who wants to live there? You know what I mean? No offense to those boroughs, because they do have nice parts, you know? But I'm talking about like East New York and like fucked up places like that. No one wants to live over there, so living in New York is super hard. Not to mention, groceries are expensive as fuck. If you're watching this and you're from like Minneapolis or some shit, but you pay for this, I'm paying triple the price. Not even lying. I don't know about somewhere else, but let's say a jar of mayonnaise is $5.99 here. Maybe that's across the board. I don't know. But it's expensive as hell even to buy groceries. So after paying rent and all this shit, people barely have money for food. And can I just say, I was looking online and really saddened by what I saw. Homelessness, it is like at an all-time high. I don't have any more french fries. Fuck. It is at an all-time high. They have to start they're taking hotels and they're converting them into shelters. That's how bad it is here. People can't afford to live. And I think people who don't know any better, they think of homeless people as drug addicts or crazy people. And that's not what it is. It's just normal people like me and you who can't even afford to have shelter or have to shack up with like 3 other people in order to have somewhere to live. And who wants to live like that? It's horrible. So they're building like more shelters. Not building, they're converting hotels, or one hotel that I read, into a shelter. And it's like, I feel like you're not combating the problem if you don't address the real issue, and that is rent. I'm sorry, rent is too fucking high. Like, in my opinion, there needs to be a cap on how much a landlord can charge. Well, that's the problem. These landlords can charge whatever the fuck they want. They do one little change to the apartment. Oh, $500 extra. I put in a new sink. $500 extra. Come on, like, it's really disgusting to me. It's really sad. Lower the rent, put a cap on it, make laws to protect people, make more affordable housing apartments, do something to just make it a better place for people. Like, and I'm not asking for handouts, I'm just saying help regular working class people who would like to make a life for themselves. Also, you can't even, like, having a kid in New York is, in my opinion, like, all odds are against you, because, like, there's more studios and 1-bedrooms, I feel, than there are anything else, because a lot of places just don't want kids. They don't want to deal with it, and I understand. Trust me, I get it. Noise, kids ruin shit, they're fucking annoying, I get it. But still, like, we're females and we're gonna reproduce and we're gonna keep populating the world, so we need some place to put these kids. Can't put a kid in a freaking studio apartment, you know what I mean? It's unheard of. I don't know. I just feel like either you're making it here or you're fucking not. It's crazy, and that's why, like, I talk to my subscribers and I ask them about where they live, and they've been telling me, and I'm like, you know, I need to get the fuck out of here, because I can't live. Like, you just can't. It's like you work, and, like, where does your money go? Can you save money here, being here? No. You can't save money. You're barely making any money, and then you're spending all your money on fucking rent and shit. Not to mention Con Ed is just too damn high, okay? But that's a whole other story. Crazy. And then, you know, okay, landlord charges you $1,500 for a studio or 1-bedroom. God forbid a fucking door breaks or some shit. Think that landlord's gonna fix anything? No. New York is filled with slum lords, okay, who don't fix shit, and they're cheap as hell. As soon as you tell them something, oh yeah, you know, I'm out of town right now, so, you know, I gotta. One time my tub was clogged, and my landlady was like pissed that she had to pay for it. These are your pipes, not mine. Why? I'm not paying $200 for this shit. I think I'm gonna live in Texas. Texas is like, I feel like I belong there. I really feel like I'm a country girl at heart, even though I'm a city girl. I feel like something inside of me was meant to live in the country. I don't know. And Texas is like not even the country, right? It's like desert. I don't know. I really don't know. Anything that's not New York City is the country. So you can live in like fucking Arizona, be like country. New Mexico, country. Virginia, country. Maryland, country as fuck. And I'm probably gonna regret this later. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.